Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Tyreek Told You podcast. This is episode 3, and we are a little late this week. The reason why I'm late is because most of my focus has been on this TikTok ban, and I wanted to discuss it on the show. And rather than film it on like a Monday night or a Tuesday night, I wanted to wait until Wednesday because I was under the impression that the Supreme Court would make some type of ruling on the 15th, but they didn't. It was not on their list of opinions to share. I don't know how any of this stuff works. Like growing up, I always felt like I had a pretty good understanding of US history and government and civics. And the last year and a half has taught me that I don't know anything. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I never knew what an injunction was until like 3 days ago. Injunction, junction, what's your function? And how can we get one? Because it is now January 16th. TikTok is going dark on January 19th, and I'm trying to play it cool, but I'm not cool. I'm not okay. This is devastating. Like they got to do something, okay? Like it's a lot. I'm like jumping the gun, getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I basically just wanted to, have the most up-to-date news when I came on the podcast to talk about it. But this is still an ongoing story. We're not done yet. We're not there yet. It's not over until the fat lady sings, and the fat lady is not scheduled to sing until January 19th. So hey. Let's see what happens. Anyway, aside from that, this was like an interesting week for me. I was sent a movie screener for The Last Showgirl starring Pamela Anderson. You know, I got to watch it early, give a little review, and the people liked me enough that they sent me another movie to watch. So hey, I'm gonna be doing movie reviews and stuff. So yay, hooray for me. What else? I was also featured in Dazed magazine. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's review that. So yeah, Dazed magazine, they wrote an article about the impending TikTok ban. And they interviewed a few TikTokers. They reached out to Lady Miss K. They reached out to Nick Chio. They spoke to Alicia Berman. And they also spoke to one Tyreek Told You, aka me. So hey, let's see what I had to say about all this. Let me see. When did you start posting on TikTok and how has your life changed since? My response. I started seriously posting on TikTok at the end of 2023. My life has changed tremendously. I get recognized in the street almost every day. I've had brands reach out to me. I get a lot of PR packages in the mail, and I'm getting invited to events. My life today is nothing like it was a year ago and is still changing every day. It makes me very optimistic for 2025 despite the looming ban. And now we're in 2025 and that ban is still looming. Am I still optimistic? Yeah. Yeah, because I have the podcast and the scapegoats, and y'all already know if shit goes the wrong way, we're just going to blame the scapegoat. So if you're a scapegoat, shout out to you. You a real one. You're a real one, so I don't have to be. That's how this relationship works. What was your first reaction to the potential ban? How do you feel now? My response. I was angered at the news of the TikTok ban, not only because the app was and is changing my life in real time, but more so at how quickly it passed through the House and the Senate. For years, we have watched our government struggle to get anything passed that would make the lives of Americans better, but somehow a TikTok ban just skated through like it was nothing. I was shocked, confused, and annoyed. How would not having access to TikTok impact you financially? My response. TikTok is currently my primary social media platform, and I love the community that I have fostered there. A TikTok ban would take that all away. I make money on TikTok primarily through the Creator Rewards program. I work full time, so while I don't depend on TikTok, it currently makes up about a third of my income. The app has also provided me with a stream of income that I did not plan on getting. You would be surprised at how much money people make on TikTok. I'm definitely going to miss the extra cash. So yeah, I said this before. I don't recommend quitting your job to do TikTok. Like unless like you really got a plan and it makes sense and you got stuff saved up and you just really going there. So yeah, thank God I'm still working because you just never know. What are your plans for if the band goes ahead and where can people follow you? My response. My plan is to simply take my content to other platforms. My Instagram and YouTube is Tyreek Told You. Go follow, go subscribe, like, comment, share. I have been actively posting on Instagram, and my following has grown just as quickly as my following on TikTok. I am also committing to starting my podcast, so if anything, TikTok will have just been the starting point in this new social media adventure of mine. And lo and behold, you're listening to the podcast right now, so I spoke it into existence. I manifested it through Dazed, and now I'm dazed and confused at what's going on with this TikTok ban. But yeah, that was oh wait, there was one more question. What would you miss most about the app? My response. I think the biggest thing I'll miss is the app itself. No other platform curates and distributes information the way TikTok does. TikTok is a super app that is, in my opinion, light years ahead of its competitors. It will be very difficult to adjust back to a life without TikTok. So yeah, that was me and Days Magazine. I'll put the link in like the show notes so you can go read it and go read like the other people's responses too. It was like a lot of good stuff in there. But yeah, y'all, I can't really comprehend life without TikTok. Like I really, really need it. It's like crack. That's probably why they banning it. We're not allowed to have crack in this country. That's a lie. This TikTok ban is like really stressing me out though. The good news is like the stress is helping me keep off all like the winter weight or that holiday weight. Like, I'm still slim and snatched around the waist because of this TikTok stress. So if it does end up getting saved, I'm gaining 30 pounds from relaxation and emotional eating. It's going to be happy fat though. So right now I'm stress slim, but if we save TikTok, I may be pleasantly plump for the spring and the summer. Thick tie. I don't know. But this is so crazy. Like, just let us have our app. And they talking about it's the data, it's the data, it's the data. Since when do y'all care about our data? All right, our data has been brought and sold all over the world, Miss Thing. My data is on the damn whole stroll, just getting sold for 25 cents a pop. American corporations already ran a train on my data. My data is gaping wide open. By the time China got to my data, it didn't have any grip left. They don't want that. Like how you care about my data after you done already fucked it out. And China, not for nothing, if you're going to be running the train on people's data, make sure you not last in line on the train. You got to be like part of the first three. You all the way in the back. Like at this point, my data is exhausted. It's all dried out. It can't even pretend like, you just let's change the subject. I can't wait for the TikTok ban documentary to come out because there's so many moving parts, so many twists and turns, so many potential loopholes, up to the minute updates. Like it's just so much. We are currently in the Supreme Court. The judges heard both arguments. It sounds like nobody knows what's really going on. Uh, we requested an injunction, which let me go find out what an injunction is. I feel like an injunction is basically like just a pause on a law. Hold on. What is an injunction in law? I don't trust those little AI Google responses. I need something real. Hold on. We got something. We got something. This is from Britain time. Is this like British law? Is Britain? No, no, no. I need something. Hold on. They spell the words like American, so maybe it is. Okay, what is an injunction? In simple terms, an injunction is a civil court order that orders one or more parties to carry out or refrain from doing a specific act or multiple acts. An injunction is a protective measure to preserve or prevent the loss of an asset, protect someone against personal harm, prevent loss or damage to reputation, and safeguard business or personal interest. Yeah, give us that damn injunction. Okay. So, like, the Supreme Court can grant that, but, we don't know what they're going to do yet. We had two senators. Let me get their names. Hold on. TikTok ban senators. Okay. Yeah. Senator Markey. And there was another one, like Senator Khan or something like that. Senator Khan. Look, Senator Markey and another one, they tried to introduce a bill to put a 270-day pause on the ban. But then some little asshole, let me get this man's name. Hold on, I'm gonna get your name. Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas blocked the potential pause. So, as of right now, the ban still stands. They are saying that one of Biden's senior advisors is trying to convince him to pause it. We don't know what's going to happen, but Senator Tom Cotton, you've made an enemy out of me. All right. And for anybody who voted yes on that TikTok ban, don't ever expect a vote from me ever again. You don't get to just play with me and still get my vote. Absolutely not. Not my goodies. Oh no, man, bitch. This cookie jar is closed. Okay, so this is a new segment in our show called Tell It to Ty. Tell It to Ty. And this is basically a little segment where, you just tell me your business. And it can be like a question that you're asking. Maybe you want some advice. Maybe you just feel like trauma dumping. Maybe you just like have a secret that you've been keeping and you want to let it out. It's just basically you telling me your business, somebody else's business. Girl, just tell me something and we're going to talk about it. So, a few people did reach out with like some of their business, and I didn't actually read through any of these yet. So these are going to be some fresh reads. So let's get started. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to say your name. I'm just going to read the message. My mother-in-law is turning into something else. I love her. I've always loved her. However, once she turned 70, she acts like she's an invalid. This woman at 69 was going and doing and healthy as This woman at 69 was going and doing and healthy as a horse. Once her birthday happened and now she's 70, she acts like she can't drive. She can't drive because she might have to parallel park. It's always, can y'all pick me up, which includes taking her back home. My husband and I might want to stay out after My husband and I might want to stay out after doing dinner with her. Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. My husband and I might want to stay out after doing dinner with her. Bitch, 3 months ago you could drive. What happened? Don't call that lady a bitch. Ain't nothing happened. She also has refused to cook anymore. She's 70 years old. She hosted Christmas. I offered, but no, and she wanted to do a sub sandwich tray, to which we said absolutely not. So we had to go to her house and cook everything. I offered to host, but no, it just had to be at her house. But God forbid she lift a finger because she turned 70 no more than 90 days ago. Bitch, please. Okay. This sounds like something you and your husband need to discuss. Your mother-in-law is up there in age, and she probably does need, some extra help. Could she be potentially just, being a little extra, putting some extra stank on it just because? Maybe, because you know how old people are. But, yeah, I still got to take care of her. I totally understand you being annoyed. But, that's your mother-in-law. Does she have any other kids besides your husband? Because if she does, maybe like the siblings can, I don't know, rotate responsibility a little bit. Um, I don't know. I'm sure this sounds like something you can work around and work with. She's older. She probably just like wants a little company. Do y'all have grandkids? Let her play with them grandkids for a little while. That's a nice distraction. That'll tire her out. She'll be too tired to annoy you because she'll want to give them kids back and just go to bed. So, hopefully this reaches you. Hopefully, you hear this. If there's any extra context or details you want to add, feel free to hit me up. You've already hit me up because I got the message. So, yeah, good luck to you and yours. I have another one. This one is very long. There's like screenshots and stuff. Again, I haven't pre-read any of them. I see from the first sentence, it's about some in-laws again. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Danielle, and this story is about my horrible sister-in-law. In 2016, while early in my relationship with my now husband, my mother passed away unexpectedly. I'm sorry to hear that, Danielle. My husband's always been a mama's boy, so it was very hard for him, as well as his older brother and sister. They chose to cremate their mom and buried most of the ashes, keeping a small urn out so they could scatter the ashes together eventually. Years passed and they had not scattered the ashes. Katie, the sister, took their mom's ashes to her house without asking, which upset my husband, but he never said anything. By the way, I don't know if you wanted me to like use fake names. You put the real names in the message, so you know what? And I already said the real names. Do I want to start over? No, I don't want to start over because this is a long message. But ugh, I hope they don't hear this. Let's keep going. Fast forward to the day before Easter last year at dinner at their uncle's house. The deceased mother's brother, his wife, their three adult children, me and my husband, Katie and her awful children. Oh, goodness. Katie and her awful children. She has two boys who are like wild animals. My God, you can't be talking about people kids, even if it's true. The uncle's wife had just had major abdominal surgery earlier that week, so it was a low-key affair in the middle of dinner. Okay. Buckle up for the rest of this shit. That's what she wrote in the DM. All right. I'm buckled up. Click it or ticket. In the middle of Easter dinner, Katie announced, I made an executive decision. I scattered mom's ashes at Lake Winnipesaukee. Okay, whatever that is. Well, that sounds awful. How dare you? My husband Mark was like, What? And she was like, Yeah, I scattered her ashes at Lake Winnipesaukee. I asked if their other brother knew, and she said no. I made a face and she was like, Oh, what? To which I replied, Not my circus, not my monkeys, and left the table. That room was dead silent because who does that? You do that, apparently. We eventually leave it. We eventually leave, and the following day, we were supposed to have dinner at their dad's house where his mother was staying. My husband came home and was really upset. Sunday, he spent the day on the couch trying to cry and said it was like losing his mom all over again. We canceled dinner with his dad and his sister, called to give him some context to why she did it, saying that seeing their mom's urn in their laundry room made her sad. She posted on Facebook the previous summer that it was okay, it was broken up into separate messages. Okay, a run-on sentence and two different messages. That's different. She posted on Facebook the previous summer that it was a special day on the lake. So she knew damn well she was scattering the ashes and never bothered to tell her. So she knew damn well she was scattering the ashes and never bothered to tell or ask either of her brothers if they wanted to be involved. She never apologized to my husband and still hasn't. I deleted her from Instagram and stopped participating in group chats with her. I'm pretty I'm petty and pissed. My husband spent the whole week after her executive decision depressed. On my birthday in October, she decided to text me happy birthday and tell me the vibes are off and to let her know if she did something to piss me off. I took 2 days to reply and was not kind. Then I blocked her. A few weeks later, she texted my husband saying she knows I blocked her but wanted to make sure they're okay. To which he said, yeah, basically, and never told me until Christmas Eve. I had to be in the same room with her and gave her short replies and made disapproving faces on Christmas. Okay, now we're getting into the screenshots that she sent over. Okay, this is Katie. Dear Danny, I know you have gone radio silent on the group chat and Instagram, but I literally stumbled on something in the Target parking lot today, which I think you will find as hilarious as I did. Prepare yourself. And it looks like a double-headed Eldo. You do the, a double-headed just out in the street. I don't know how we got there. I don't know who put it there. I don't. Okay, yeah, that is interesting. That's very, very interesting. Y'all sound like a very colorful family. Okay, this is Katie again. I don't know if these screenshots were sent out of order. I'm just reading them as they came in. Y'all flooded last night. What happened? Hey, hoping you saw all our birthday wishes in the group chat. Wow, this is you responding. Wow, thanks. I've been busy today at work and dealing with the flooding. So sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I get it. How's the flood mitigation? I asked Mark if you guys needed anything. Okay, she just like trying to make some small talk about the flooding. Okay, those are the receipts of her sending the messages. I hope everything worked out with the flooding. You didn't mention the flooding. I had to learn about the flooding from Katie. Danielle, you got to tell me when stuff like this happens. Hmm. Oh yeah, so basically it's just like receipts of her and Katie's conversations. But in essence, she's Danielle is upset that her husband one downplayed the situation and didn't tell her about it until Christmas Eve. Danielle, I think that you and your husband need to have a serious conversation, you know. Y'all need to be a united front, even against his sister. And I get it, he's in a tough spot. It's like the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the Gorgas versus the Judices. All right. I don't know who's Teresa and who's Melissa, but hey, it's hard to choose between your wife and your sister. I think that maybe y'all should like all have like a big family get together, get the whole family together, and let that girl know that what she did was fucked up and that y'all are upset. Because it's not just you that's mad. It's like the other siblings are mad too. Your husband was depressed for a week, and your husband needs to tell his sister, hey, what you did affected my mental health. That wasn't right. Okay. She was all of our mothers. You don't get to just scatter the ashes by yourself. So, yeah, good luck, Danielle and Katie and everybody else. Let me know if there's any updates, if there's any extra details, feel free to hit me up. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. Um, I enjoyed the Tell It to Ty segment. What did y'all think? Let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you want like better stories? Hey, if you want better Tell It to Ty stories, you need to send some better Tell It to Ty stories, okay? I thought it was pretty good. That was a nice start, but hey, be sure to write in and tell me your business. Um, Again, still dealing with this TikTok ban, but it's not banned yet. So feel free to follow me over there at Tyreek Told You. You can also follow me on Instagram at Tyreek Told You. Speaking of which, there's been a lot of conversations about people on TikTok refusing to go to Instagram. They say stuff like, oh, the engagement isn't the same. People are mean in the comments. And, I don't do as well over there as I do on TikTok. I don't mean to brag, but I don't have those problems. Okay, my Instagram stuff does just as well as my TikTok stuff. My community over there is like really, really fun and supportive. They're not mean. They're not just looky-loos. They like and comment and share. So, I don't know what y'all are doing, but clearly I'm doing something different. I just wish I could get paid from Instagram, but hey, it looks like that's what we do. It looks like that's what we have. Okay, now as far as Instagram Reels go, the user experience is horrible because I have no clue how they're like putting that algorithm together. I have no clue how the functionality, well, no, but I do have a clue how the functionality works. The functionality functions by not functioning. You can't even pause an Instagram reel. Like, come on, Instagram. If you want to be the baddest bitch on the block, you got to be the baddest bitch on the block. Get them audio issues together. I'm trying to pause the video, it's just muting it. Like, no. The only part of Instagram's algorithm that really, really did they thing is the explore page. Because that explore page gets me every single time. I'm always getting lost in there. Like my explore page is just sneakers, anime, and shirtless men. And boom, you got me. That's like a mousetrap for me. So put the explore page algorithm into Reels and maybe, maybe you'll have something. But yeah, that's it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tyreek told you. And yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.